Somebody sent me a message asking me if it's a sin to get a blood transfusion. I'm going to answer that question in this video, but before I do, make sure and subscribe to my channel and click on the notifications icon so you don't miss any of my future uploads. So somebody sent me a message saying a Jehovah's Witness friend of his was trying to convince him that blood transfusions are forbidden for Christians, according to Acts chapter 15 verse 20. It reads, "But that we write unto them that they abstain from pollutions of idols, and from fornication, and from things strangled, and from blood." The problem with this is that this verse is talking about eating blood, not blood transfusions. The prohibition against eating blood is found several times throughout the Bible, both in the Old and New Testaments. For example, Leviticus chapter 17 verses 13 through 14 states, "And whatsoever man there be of the children of Israel or of the strangers that sojourn among you, which hunteth and catcheth any beast of the fowl that may be eaten, he shall even pour out the blood thereof, and cover it with dust. For it is the life of all flesh. The blood of it is for the life thereof. Therefore I said unto the children of Israel, You shall eat the blood of no manner of flesh, for the life of all the flesh is the blood thereof. Whosoever eateth it shall be cut off." Here it gives a spiritual reason for not eating blood, and that is because the life is in the blood. In other words, it's out of respect for the sacredness of life. In addition, in Old Testament animal sacrifices, blood was the only atonement for sin. Leviticus chapter 17 verse 11 states, "For the life of the flesh is in the blood, and I have given it to you upon the altar to make an atonement for your souls. For it is the blood that maketh an atonement for the soul." Of course, ultimately that blood symbolizes Jesus' shed blood on the cross for our sins. But blood was a sacred thing, and God wanted to ensure it would stay that way, so he forbade his people from eating it. Otherwise, it would become something common to them and lower its value. Another reason God didn't allow the eating of blood may have to do with the humane treatment of animals. He didn't want us to act like savage beasts who caught their prey and devoured it immediately. That's why the blood was instructed to be drained out, ensuring that the animal was dead before it was consumed. Also, blood isn't considered to have much nutritional value and can transmit diseases, some of which can be debilitating and even deadly. Some of these include mad cow disease, which can damage your brain, and bacteria, parasites, and the swine flu from pig's blood. Now, in terms of blood transfusions, first of all, blood transfusions didn't even exist in Bible times. Eating blood, however, was common in the Roman Empire because no portion of the animal was allowed to go to waste. This resulted in blood puddings, sausages, and stews. Blood transfusions didn't exist until the 17th century AD. They're a fairly modern medical invention. In 1628, English physician William Harvey discovered the circulation of blood. Shortly afterwards, the earliest known blood transfusion was attempted. The first recorded successful blood transfusion occurred in England in 1665. Physician Richard Lauer kept dogs alive by transfusion of blood from other dogs. In 1795, American physician Philip Singh Physic performed the first human blood transfusion in Philadelphia, although he didn't publish it. In 1818, James Blundell performed the first successful transfusion of human blood to a patient for postpartum hemorrhage, using the patient's husband as a donor. Between 1825 to 1830, he performed 10 transfusions, 5 which proved to be beneficial to his patients, and then he published his information. Since then, countless lives have been saved by blood transfusions. It is estimated that 4.5 million Americans would die each year without them. Blood transfusions save lives and improve health, and they are different than eating blood in the sense that you are not taking it orally. It's a different process, and it has to be the same blood type. Not to mention, Jesus performed the greatest blood transfusion of all. He shed his blood on the cross so that we can be saved. The Bible does not prohibit blood transfusions. It prohibits eating blood. Eating blood was a common practice at the time, and for spiritual and health reasons, God's people were to avoid it. Blood transfusion, however, is a fairly modern medical procedure meant to save lives. Thanks for watching. Check out some more of my videos by clicking on the screen. And if you'd like to support my channel to help me continue making Christian videos, you can click on the Patreon icon or look for my PayPal link in the description box under this video. God bless you.